Once upon a time, not so long ago, similar to yours and mine, there was a world where everyone was born with 2 legs, 2 arms, a smile, a nose, and a pair of sunglasses. Everything has been viewed and filtered through these sunglasses. No one questions this, it has been this way forever.
In this world, there was a girl who grew up in a culture where the sunglasses were red. This girl traveled across the world and landed in a place where everyone wore blue sunglasses. She tried to learn as much as she could about the blue sunglasses culture. 2 months later, the girl arrives home and describes a culture where everything is purple.
We flew to South Africa wearing the sunglasses that living in the United States had given us and assumed that our experience of being a woman was the same as that of a woman living in South Africa. Unsure about our initial assumptions, we decided to look at the experiences of both, and this is what we found.
Well, I think women is the most important thing in life because men, they can't do anything without women. They're too lazy.
Only women can hold and produce a child. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, the best part is makeovers and stuff. Makeup and new clothes and everything.
There's nothing you cannot do by yourself that a man can do that was deprived from long days. As I said, going to work, having your own salary, deciding what you want to buy, what you want to do with your salary.
If a child got a problem, now they go to the mother. And if the mother solved that problem, then you like the hero, you like the role model.
Being a woman now is being emotional and being okay with that, being vulnerable and having power in that, and speaking my voice and knowing that there's value in that.
I think the hardest part of being a woman is that people see you as a woman before they see you as a person.
Like when I'm mad, it's about, you're a girl, you have to do it, you're a girl, you have to do it. Like cleaning, I'm a girl, I have to clean. I'm a girl, I have to be clean. I'm a girl, you have to act like one.
Really I think the hardest part of being a woman is not being a woman at all, but it's what people think it's being a woman.
I think women in general have shown that we are capable of running a Fortune 500 company. We can travel abroad alone, we can do all these things, but there's still a certain pressure of an image we should hold.
Women these days unfortunately have to work as well because of the economy and we'd rather pay others to look after our children instead of looking after them ourselves. But it would be ideal if the woman was in the home.
You do the job like a man, just like going to the work, going to do the job and the work, having some salary at the end of the month or the week or so, and looking after the house as well. Because you still have to clean up your house, even if you are working. That is your job. It's still your job.
So this was my vision of women is that if I didn't look like this, then I had no self-worth. There was no worth unless I looked like this and unless I had this body image. And if you didn't have any of these things, then you were not good enough. And that was that's what my image of a woman was.
And you constantly feel like you're having to fight to be what you want to be because that doesn't align with what society wants you to be.
I still get people find out I'm 30 and not married or having kids and I'm traveling abroad and doing all these crazy things. It's like, well, don't you want this? Don't you think you want a family? Sure, but I don't know why I have to do that by now.
The role of the women in my culture was to look after the babies, just make as many babies as you can.
People think, or they have this perception like the woman must keep everything together. So now if there's like problem in the family, everybody would like now look up to the woman or the wife or the mother to come up with a solution. And even like kids, if they got problems, most of them in many cases, they would go to the mother or like the wife, the woman.
We can be the loudest and we have voices, but the one who gets to make the choice is the man.
They have to be the ones making, not the ones making the decisions, but they are the ones you can go to in, like they're a shoulder to cry on. So yeah, they play a huge role in our culture.
I think it's that we're expected to just shoulder the burden, whatever the burden is. Like women, I mean this is a huge generalization, and obviously it's different for every person, but I think women in general are just expected to like go with it, like yeah, inequality, that sucks, like deal with it, you're a woman.
You know, we think now that we are equal to men, we can do what the man does. It doesn't always work that way, but we think that we can. Whereas in the days gone by, the woman was at home and the woman was the woman of the house.
I am definitely happy that I'm a woman. Like, I mean, not that I'm happy with my status as a woman, but I am satisfied with myself as being a woman, but I want more rights and equality for not just myself as a woman, but for women everywhere.
I'm happy I'm a woman. I would not like to be a man.
I love being a woman.
Yeah?
If I had to choose, like, do you want to be a male or female, I would definitely say female. So I love being a woman.
Oh, I feel great.
Honestly, I love being a woman. I would not change that for anything in this world.
I don't know, it's just what I am, it's what I've always felt like I am, and I was always told I could do anything I wanted, and I have.
I think it's a really core part of who I am and how I've learned to be me.
I love being a woman. I don't think I would trade it for anything.
I feel so proud of being a woman because I know everything.
I'm really proud to be a woman and happy, and I've grown more confident in my identity as a woman, and I think it's fantastic.
I love it. I'm so glad that this is the body that I was born into and that this is how I grew up, because I think being a woman is so essential to me being.
You can be strong and independent, but you can also nurture. And I think you also just have this natural capacity to love. And I think it's a challenge to have to balance all these parts of your life, but I also like the challenge. It's fun.
I really love the community of women, that they're all connected by the same thing, that we're all women and we experience really similar things, but we're all unique in a different way. So I love that aspect of being a woman, just the whole community.